Washington, ghost-like objects dart across the radar screen at the CAA Traffic Control Center at National Airport for several hours, traveling more than 100 miles an hour. Air Force jet fighters spend several hours chasing the objects plotted on the radar scope.
Something else is out there.
There's something else out there, okay.
Of all the banks and braes of bonny Scotland, none holds more fascination than the murky waters of Loch Ness.
Tell me, do you think there is life on other planets?
Well, I'm not quite sure, but I suppose there would be.
No, he seems definite. You seem
Definitely.
definite about it. How do you see this life and where?
Oh, I've seen a flying saucer.
Blackwater Media presents DARKFALL. Real-life encounters with the paranormal and the unexplained. My father once told me a story about something that happened to one of his uncles. Old Uncle Jim, to be precise, while hiking through the woods one day back in 1950. I hadn't heard this story before from any other family members down through the years. I decided to share it now because after hearing it, I realized that what my uncle encountered that day was a dog man. Although he was an avid hunter, Uncle Jim also enjoyed trekking through the woods, just a bit east of DeKalb County where he grew up. To give you just a little bit of perspective, DeKalb County basically is the east side of Atlanta. In those days, there were large wooded areas that extended further east into Gwinnett County and even into Rockdale County. The woods are still out there, but a lot of it's been cleared out for subdivisions and shopping areas. Anyway, like I was saying, he would often take long walks along some of the more well-established trails or along one of the numerous creeks and streams. He was on one such jaunt in October of 1950. It was mid-afternoon, and as he walked along Miller's Creek, he took special notice of the emerging autumn colors of the forest. There was also that familiar scent of earth and wood in the cool fall air. Although he wasn't hunting that day, he still had his old M3 fighting knife and his Colt M1911 with him, both reassuring companions that had been with him since the opening days of the Second World War. Eventually, he came to a point of the creek that he was especially fond of. About 10 yards down from the left bank of the creek was a large outcropping of rock. From this outcropping, there was an almost panoramic view of the woodland. This was old Uncle Jim's favorite spot. This was his point of observation, his place of thought and reflection, and his place of experiencing the glory of what each season had to offer. He could hear a breeze blowing through the trees and the accompanying rustle of leaves on the ground. These sounds blended perfectly with the slow, meandering waters of the creek behind him. But it was also something else that he detected riding in on the breeze. A weird scent, maybe? Was there a dead animal down in the brush? No. It was faint and unfamiliar. But from a slight intake of a strange odor in the forest came a growing, intense, sickening smell. It was putrid, sickening, an animal smell. Somehow he felt sure of this even though he'd never smelled anything like it before. Not even back during the war. Then, something else happened. If you're enjoying this story and would like to hear it to its conclusion, go on over to blackwatermedia.net and click on the menu tab that says Become a Swamp Hunter Society member. And for only $4.99 per month, you can have access to the finest, most entertaining, thrilling, and exciting paranormal, supernatural, and horror story narration available. Explore an amazing universe of monsters, nightmares, and all manner of terror and creeping shadows with your Blackwater Media Swamp Hunter Society membership. Get it today.